Good evening, everyone. Those students who have just joined us online, welcome to Emdad's PT in IELTS. This is the live grammar session for the students in Footscray and those students who are watching us online as well. Good evening and welcome all of you. And this is a small initiative that we have started to help not only those students who come to Footscray, but also those people who are online, who are even not part of our Emdad's PT in IELTS, or they're not preparing for any English testing system. But if you are good in terms of your grammar, it's not like the finish line. You have to learn every day, and you will learn bits and pieces on a regular basis. So this grammar class is for both Footscray people who are with us, and of course, we are an English Language Institute in Melbourne, and situated in Melbourne, and those people who are online and are preparing for any English testing system, whether PT, IELTS, TOEFL, or any other testing system like this grammar session is beneficial for you as well. So this is a community, a small initiative we have started with on Facebook. Emdad's Grammar is the Facebook page. Please leave a like and be a part of it so that you could benefit with more and more live links like this one. And I know the time frame that we have is not much. It's roughly around, I believe, an hour. So in 1 hour, it's not possible for us to cover everything, but of course we pick and choose some rules to help you with grammar on a daily basis. Okay, so again, if you're watching me for the first time, I'm Zishan. I am a teacher at Emdad's PT and IELTS, and obviously the head office Footscray branch. So without wasting much time, let's come to our grammar class and let's discuss some important grammar rules today, without which life is not easy. So students, again, those people who have joined us now, welcome all of you. Even if you're not part of Emdad's PT, you can benefit from these live sessions. Atul, I would suggest if you can come a little closer. Thank you. All right, so let's come to, Atul, is it visible? Yeah, so it is, okay. So let's come to our first grammar rule, and I'm going to write a sentence here, and let's actually come straight away to the first sentence. So Atul, pay attention. I'm going to write a sentence, and you tell me what do you think about this sentence. Okay, so we have a sentence here. It's not a question, it's a statement. And the sentence says, the children are busy to do their project. Tell me, Atul, what do you think about this sentence?
That should not be coming here because the is only used for specific child.
The is used for a specific child or a specific kid. Yeah, of course. I mean, you're right in that context. When we use the with a noun, it is used not for common nouns. The is used for proper nouns. Proper nouns mane kya hua? When we talk about something which is a monument, when we talk about something that is a river, that is something that is famous, we use the with it. So for example, if I say the Himalayas, yeah, when you say the Ganges, yeah, just say Ganga jisko bolte. So when you say for example, the Taj, it's a monument, yeah? So the is used with all those proper nouns. But the is also used with a noun which we have already talked about in a passage. For example, if I say something like this, suppose the sparrows are normally yellow in color. But if I see a sparrow which was green in color, so I would say in my line number 1, I would say I saw a sparrow. And in my next line, I would say the sparrow. Am I talking about any other sparrow in the world, or am I talking about this particular sparrow? Of course, I'm talking about this particular sparrow, which was green in color. So I'll say, I saw a sparrow. And then the next line, I would say, the sparrow was green in color. Is it clear? So here, if I say the children, maybe I'm talking about maybe I'm talking about some particular children. But if you're not happy with it, sir, all of a sudden, the children kaise aa sakta hai? So let's remove the. If you're not talking about some particular children, and let's keep it this way. Now tell me, Atul, what do you think about this sentence?
Yes, that was to do their project.
The children, don't you think it should be is? Yeah, the children is?
Now,
Children are. Children is a plural word. It should be children are. But the sentence is wrong, 100% wrong. And what is the explanation behind this? The structure is simple. For example, pay attention and look at me. Now, if you say something like this, when you say, don't talk to me, I'm busy making a plan, or I'm busy to make a plan. Which one?
children are busy doing their project actually.
Exactly. That's how the grammar, that's how it works. This is how the correct sentence structure for this particular sentence is. So if you have a sentence, if somebody is talking to you, but you don't want to talk to that particular person because you're busy not to do something, you're busy doing something. And that's what the structure is. Busy doing something. And do is like a variable. I'm busy working. Don't talk to me. Not I'm busy to work. I'm busy working. Yeah. So for example, when you say something like this, yeah. So he is. So somebody, if you're behind the wheel, you know what do you mean by behind the wheel in a car? So when you're behind the wheel, what is it? What do you mean?
Driving.
So behind the tire, yeah.
No, you're driving.
Behind the wheel means I'm driving, yeah. So I have got the steering in my hand. So when I'm behind the wheel, when I'm driving, so I would say, don't show me this particular video. I'm on a highway because I'm busy to drive, or I'm busy driving. I'm busy driving. So how can we correct this sentence? I would say, follow, children are busy doing their project. So let's correct it. So this sentence will be correct. Children are busy doing their project. Now this sentence, let's put it in the bracket. This sentence is 100% right. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay.
And there are three structures for this, if I'm not wrong, that told us in class.
No. That's a different. That's insist. I'll come back to this. Now,
In doing,
if I have something like this, now pay attention. If I have something like this, which says something like this, my friends have been busy, yeah. My friends have been busy. This time, will I put work, or will I put to work, or will I put working in the field? Yeah. How about this sentence? My friends have been, Raj, you tell me. My friends have been busy. Work, to work, or working in the field? Or let me add one more thing to make it a little bit more complicated.
working in the
My friends have been busy work in the field, to work in the field, working in the field, or in working in the field. Now, how correct does this sound? My friends have been busy in working. I'm busy in, when you say something like, for example, if you are cooking something. So if your husband comes, or if your wife comes, you say, don't talk to me, Janu, I am busy in cooking. This is Desi English. Busy in doing something. That's what you were talking about earlier on. Busy in doing something is 100% wrong. Is it clear? So structure kya hoga? Busy, let's put it here. So structure is, so let's put it here. The structure is actually, so in the bracket, no matter what form busy is in. Have been busy, will be busy, was busy, were busy. So the structure will be busy doing something. This is how grammarians memorize it, and this is how you would memorize it as well. Busy doing something. Is it clear? All right, well done. Now let's come to the next grammar rule. Now let me write it. Oh, I love this one. This is such a zabardast grammar rule, guys. The sentence starts with something like this. Oh, वैसे इफ्तार का time हो गया है. So it's like, I'm about to open my fast. So let's use this example. The biryani tasted. It's a simple question, simple answer. You tell me. Now, this is not right or wrong. You have to tell me. What would you put in the end as an object? The biryani tasted well. The biryani tasted good.
Well,
Biryani tasted well. Okay. What do you think? What do you think about the sentence? The biryani tasted well or the biryani tasted good? Batao. Biryani tasted good. Yeah. At least we have a different answer. Otherwise, unanimous answer is boring. Have to have different answers. What is the difference between well and good? Okay. What is the difference between well and good? Who can tell me? Who can tell me?
well means healthy.
Well means healthy, and good means unhealthy.
No. Similar, but good is the verb.
Good is a verb. अतुल शर्म की बात है कि तुम ऐसा आंसर दे रहे हो मुझे. What's the difference between बताओ मुझे आपका नाम मनिंदर जीत. बताओ मुझे. What is the difference between well and good?
Like we can say he's doing well. He's good in okay. He's good in some work. He's already good in some work.
Of course, you can come up with the examples. There's a difference between well and good, and I want all of you to understand that. जब मैं बोलता हूँ, for example, can I say he performed well or he performed good? Which one? He performed good or he performed well? What is perform? Is it an action or it's not an action? Of course it is an action. It's a verb, isn't it? So perform is an action. And when you quantify an action, when you talk about how did he perform? Did he perform lazily? Was it like a lazy performance? Or did he perform like, it was an energetic performance? How was it? What was the performance? So this he performed is an action. And how did he perform this action? The next word that comes after it will be an adverb. Adverb qualifies your verb. So when you say he performed well, well is an adverb. It will always come with verbs. Is it clear? You see my point? But good, you can't say in this case he performed good, because good is not an adverb. Good is an adjective. Good is an adjective, yeah? So how about this? He's a good listener. Can I say here he's a well listener? I can't say he's a well listener. I have to put an adjective here, because listener is a noun. He's a well listener na bolke. I have to say here he's a good listener. Is it clear? But that's not what my grammar rule here is today. My grammar rule is something different. Although you learned in between this bit that difference between an adverb and an adjective. So well and good are not interchangeable. You can't interchange them. But my grammar rule is something different, and that's what you want to learn here today. Now, what can you see in the middle here? You can see the word taste. Yeah. Now let me write this. Let me write it here. Taste. Yeah. So taste, look, sound. Yeah. So taste, look, sound, and smell. Yeah. So these 4 words: taste, and of course one more, feel. Yeah. Felt. So taste, look, sound, smell, feel. How many words? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Repeat it after me. Taste, look, sound, smell, feel. Whenever you see them in a sentence, yeah, any of these 4 words or any of these 5 words, you see them in the sentence. Yeah. For example, if I write a sentence like this, when I say, he sounded sad or sadly. Which one? He sounded sad or sadly? He sounded sad. What did I put after? What did I put after sound? Sad. Sad is an adjective. Sad, sad story. Yeah. Sad, sad employee. Yeah. Sad. You can say sad situation. Sad is an adjective. बात समझ में आ रही है? जैसे sad wife or sad husband, something like this. Sadly cannot be the answer here. Now, this is something that you have to understand here. All those words that you have here will always be followed by an adjective, and not an adverb. Is it clear? कौन से 5 words हैं ये? Taste, look, sound, smell, feel or felt. Is it clear? So, for example, if I have a sentence which says something like this: after seeing his mother, Rohan, yeah, so R capital, Rohan felt happy or happily. Which one? So what word am I using here? Felt, yeah? So would it be felt happily or felt happy? Of course it will be happy, because happy is an adjective, and we just learned that these 5 senses, taste, look, sound, smell, feel, they will always be used by, they're followed by an adjective all the time. So this one, the answer would be, let's remove this, the answer will be happy. Is it clear? So after seeing his mother, Rohan felt happy. How about this sentence now? Let me ask this to a particular person. Let me ask this to Shrishna. Shrishna, did you understand this rule? It will be always followed by an adjective. So when you say the biryani tasted, what is an adjective here? The adjective is, let's correct this one first. The adjective is good. So well cannot be the answer here. So if I'm putting well here, the sentence will be 100% wrong, because it's an adverb. So let's write it. This sentence is wrong. It should be good. So biryani tasted good, because we need an adjective, not an adverb. Now, Shrishna, this sentence is for you, and you tell me. Batao mujhe. He looked carefully. Full stop. What do you think about this sentence? He looked carefully. Is it right or is it wrong? This is right. What do you think about this sentence? The sentence stops at carefully, full stop. There's no other extension to this sentence. There are 3 words in this sentence: subject, verb, object. He looked carefully, full stop. The sentence right or wrong, Atul? What is look? What did I use here? I used one of those 5 words: taste, look, sound, smell, feel. And I used look. And after look, I need an adjective. Remember, all the words that are ending with ly in the end are all adverbs. Is it clear? Slowly, carefully, diligently, patiently, effectively, quickly, rapidly, they're all adverbs. Yeah? The way he was talking to me, he looked very careful with his words. Is it clear? He looked very careful. Is it clear? So it will not be carefully, it will be careful. Is it clear? Did you understand this one? So he looked careful, not carefully. Is it clear? Now I'm looking at, because I'm picking rules and putting them here. They're like I'm looking very careful. Full stop. That's a different case scenario. What you're saying is, I've also prepared that one. That's a different case scenario. Here, when you say, my mom or my dad looked carefully into this matter. This time, this look is not the same look that we are using here. So when I say he looked careful, it means I'm talking about the appearance. Yeah? When you say, do you say he looks anxious or he looks anxiously? How do you say? He looks anxious. Do you say he looks worriedly or he looks worried? He looks worried. I'm talking about the appearance here. Is it clear? Because we're talking about look, smell, sight, yeah? But when we talk about when we use this sentence, he looked carefully into this matter, is it the same look as appearance? He looked into this matter. Do you know what it means? He observed. It changes the meaning altogether. And we're not talking about the word observe here. We're talking about look. Is it clear? You see my point? So, for example, when you say something, do you say, oh, this question looks hard? Or do you say this question looks hardly? How do you say? This question looks hard. Here, looks is what? Appears. This question appears to be hard. But how about this? I will look into it. Is it the same look as the first one? I will look into it. Is it the same look? Don't worry, ये तुमने complain किया है, मैं इसमें observe करता हूँ इस complaint में क्या कर सकते हैं हम. So I will look into it. It means I will go through it. Is it clear? So both of them are two different words. Is it clear? So I'm talking about the first one, not the second one here. Is it clear, guys? Look? No. Yeah, of course, it's an intransitive verb, yeah? So look at me. Intransitive verb, yeah? Of course. That is different thing. Here he looks. You look very patient. It's okay. Or will I say you look at very patient? You look means you seem to be. You look here means you seem to be very patient. It's a different word, yeah? So remember this rule, guys. All those 5 words, taste, look, sound, smell, feel, they will always be followed by an adjective. Is it clear? Now let's come to the next grammar rule. Let me copy it and put it here. Oh, I love this one. Let me type it here, guys. Suppose, for example, Eva, yeah? Eva, how are you? How are you? How are you? Yeah.
I'm good.
You're good. Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. I'm good. Thank you very much. Eva, you're a little late. Or you miss the grammar beat, but it's still okay. Thank you. It's still okay as long as you're coming to the class. So, for example, Eva and her friend, both of them, because of the changing immigration rules, had some sort of debate over whether to go in this particular field or to go in this particular field. So, for example, they are a little bit worried, yeah, and they are having a debate. Yeah, you understood the context here, yeah? So they are having a debate. Let's write a sentence on this one. I say, Eva, is that how you spell your name? EVA, yeah?
Yeah.
Eva and her friend discussed about the current changes in immigration. Yeah. So subject, there are 2 subjects here, 2 people. We're talking about Eva and her friend. So both of them, they had a debate or they discussed about the changes, current changes in immigration rules, or whatever you call it, rules and regulation, immigration. Now, this time, this question is for Raj. Raj, pick a mistake. Let me come straight away with my question. Pick a mistake here. And there is such an important mistake here. You will love it, trust me. If you pick it, you are very good in grammar, Raj. Trust me. It should be the Eva, yeah? Look at that, Raj. Trust me, अगर इमदाद सर यहाँ पे होते KitKat देते हैं. Trust me. This is something which is very important, guys. Look at that. Raj has picked the mistake. And what is a mistake? There are 2 structures for discuss. When discuss is used as a noun, how do you use discuss as a noun? Tell me. What is the noun form of discuss? Discussion. Discussion is the noun and discuss is the verb. The rule is this, that whenever you use discuss in a sentence, yeah, as a verb, so sentence will be something like this, yeah. We discussed, we discussed the failure, last night. Yeah. Did I say about here? No, about. When discuss is used as a verb, it will immediately be followed by the thing that you are discussing, whether it is a problem, whether it is a failure, whether it is the changes, anything. Discuss will immediately be followed by the object. Is it clear? No preposition in between. Did you understand this one? So discuss the failure, discuss the, let's discuss the terms and conditions, or let's discuss about the terms and conditions. Now let's discuss the terms and conditions. Is it clear? So discuss will be immediately followed by an object. Let's write it here. So discuss, which is discuss will immediately be followed by the object. Yeah. But when we use discussion, yeah, the noun form, so how would we write this? We had a discussion. This time about is must. Is it clear? We had a discussion about his or her failure. Yeah, his failure. We had a discussion about his failure last night. Is it clear? Did you understand this one? So the noun form always comes with about, but if it is verb, it will immediately be followed by an object. Is it clear? So will you ever make a mistake? So first sentence is right or wrong? Tell me. First sentence, Eva and her friend discussed about. Right or wrong? Wrong. Now don't tell me, sir, the rule was just for discuss. Of course, it could be any form. Will discuss, can discuss, yeah, they do discuss, yeah, anything, or they discussed, yeah, or they had discussed. Any form of the verb discuss is in, it will immediately be followed by an object, no about. So this part is 100% wrong here. So we have to eliminate it. So kaise hoga? Bolo, Eva and her friend discuss the changes in the immigration. Can you copy both of them on your notebook, guys? Both of these, particularly the last two sentences, please. Yeah, everyone. Huh? Of course, yeah. You'll get the link as well. Yeah. But I would suggest still copy it. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I love this. Now let's come to the next grammar rule. Suppose, for example, me ask this to kisko bolu main. Okay, can you tell me? Suppose I have a sentence which says, I should eat more rice. Oh, ye to ulta ho gaya. I should eat less rice. Because do you know that diet is like, if you want to reduce your weight, 80% of it is diet and 20% of it is exercise. Ask Shreshna. Shreshna lost, how many kilos did you lose? 11.5 kilos in how many weeks? In 6 weeks. Look at that. Can you believe it? 11.5 kilos in 6 weeks. And then, did you get an award as well for that? She also got $500 to do so. From where? Who gave you? Bhago $500 lene ke liye. Who was ultimate you? There's a unka free publicity. Okay. So yeah, trust me. It is all. She lost 11.5 kilos in what 6 weeks time period. It's like a massive change for those people who think that it's just 11 point. It's not just. Try it. Trust me. You will go. You will stand on the scale 5 times a day when you're on a weight loss plan. So 80% of it is diet. 80% of it is diet and 20% is exercise. So let's suppose if I have a sentence which says something like this. The sentence says that I should eat less rice. How about this? I must eat less rice. Do you think both of them are interchangeable? I should eat less rice and I must eat less rice. What do you think about both of these sentences? Tell me. Do you think they're interchangeable? Do you think should and must is interchangeable?
No.
Why?
Only that. One is
One is an advice and one is
the order.
an order. Wow. Trust me, the way you come up with the answer, you make it there and then. You come up with the dictionary definition there and then. Yeah. Have to? Should is not have to? You have to. What about should? Must and should are interchangeable, but they're not interchangeable in one particular case scenario, and that's what my grammar rule is. Now, that's what I'm going to talk about. So, for example, if I have a sentence like this, now let me write this sentence here and the sentence says, suppose I got the love letter from Vic Roads. Not from why? Vic Roads. Do you know what I'm talking about? Love letter, yeah? Yeah, so suppose I was driving on a freeway and then there was a traffic light infringement. I crossed the red light and after 14 days, I got, so I was over speeding. I got the letter from Footscray, like fine from wife from Footscray, from Vic Roads. So if I write a sentence like this, I'll say, I should have, or I must have, and then the sentence continues, reduced my speed, reduced my speed near the traffic signal. Tell me now, in these two case scenarios, let me actually make them bold. Oops. What do I have there? Tell me, guys. In this case scenario, you tell me, guys. Of course, I told you then should and must is interchangeable. In this case scenario, which one of those two options do you think is more appropriate here? Let me ask this to Jaideep. Jaideep, can you read the sentence first? Tell me, Jaideep, what do you think? Which one is more appropriate in terms of the context here? Although I said must and should is interchangeable. You tell. I should have, not I must have. Okay. What do you think, Eva, about this sentence? Which one is more should have? Okay. Trishna? Must have? Raj? Should have, not should have. Should have. Should have, yeah? You're from Kathmandu, Nepal, yeah? Okay, all right. Because we know this is S and SH, you have to get fixed. You have to get them fixed, yeah? S and SH, yeah? Okay. Can you say shape? Yeah, see, beautiful. We can say it. Should? Yeah. But although there's a little hint of so there as well. Okay. Now understand this thing. How about if I wake up, let's suppose, for example, I was sleeping in my bed all night and in the morning I woke up and I saw that the garden is wet all of a sudden, yeah? It's wet. So in this case scenario, am I certain that some changes might have occurred during the night? Isn't it? I'm certain. कि कुछ ना कुछ रात में हुआ होगा. Is it clear? So, what is the possibility? It क्या हुआ होगा? बारिश हुई होगी, isn't it? That's why the garden is wet. The rain must have been there. It must have been raining all night. So, the rule for this one, in this case scenario, I have to use must have. Why must have? Because must have is used for something which you are 100% sure about. Is it clear? So, when you are certain and when you are 100% sure about something, you use the phrase must have. Is it clear? For example, you sat for a test, yeah? And then when you got the results after 2 weeks, you see that out of 100, I got 9 marks. And you feel very happy if you're a boy. But if you're a girl, you're like, it's a disaster. You feel like dunya khatam ho gayi idhar. See, boys ke liye, wow, no bhi aaya mere. I was expecting 0. Yeah. Do you know that girls are silly creatures that for that matter? If you want to know what is happening in a girl's life, do you know what do? You check their Facebook or Instagram. They put everything on the Instagram and Facebook, whatever is happening in their life.
The same thing happened. Just
In one way or another. I'll tell you why. I would say some people would disagree, or you're entitled to your opinion, but I would say why. So for example, if you are happy with your partner, with your husband, with your wife, with your boyfriend, particularly girls ki baat kar raha hu, their Facebook status would be something like this, yeah? Life is beautiful. Status aise hoga, life is beautiful. And then there'll be a photograph on the beach and blah, blah, everything. Trust me, if you have a jagda for day after, for like consecutive 5 or 6 days, सातवें दिन kya hoga? Don't trust anyone. You see my point? As a status on Facebook, don't trust it. And they change from like this to this. Like boys ke liye fark nahi padta. It's still okay. In this case scenario, tell me. Yeah? So I got 9 marks. So I'll say, oh, I must have made some mistakes. Is it clear? Must have mane? I'm 100% sure. Why are you sure? Because you got your result in front of you. You're 100% sure. So let's write it. So must have kis liye hoga? Must have will be used when you're using when you are certain, when you're 100% sure. So let's talk about this. Let's use this example here. Follow. It must have rained. Okay, let's write it. Let's write the sentence like this. The garden is wet, comma. Bolo, it must have rained last night. It must have rained. So here in the bracket, must have has been used. Why? Because we're talking about certainty. We're 100% sure. So let's bold it. Must have is used when you are sure. Is it clear? How about should have? Now in this case scenario, you tell me, I must have reduced my speed near the traffic signal. Okay, do you know it's very easy to fast here in this country compared to in our countries? We have to fast for 16 hours in our countries. In Australia, we only have to fast for 12 hours. You know why? Because we fast from the sunrise to sunset. But the daylight is less here in this, although I shouldn't say it publicly because I'm happily doing it. It's not like what the daylight, because when I was in Britain, I used to fast for 19 hours because the daylight is longer. So and then sun sets around after 8:30. So I used to be 19 hours. When I used to work with my colleague, she always used to offer me the water, and wo kya bolte thi, hey Zishan, before you pass out, please drink the water. Okay, so the garden is what? Wet, it must have it. So must have ka use hota hai when you're talking about sure. Now next case scenario, you tell me, how about this? If I write a sentence something like this. The degree, the point system has increased. Yeah, the point system has, or the points have increased, not system because it doesn't make sense. The points have increased. Yeah, comma, I must have or I should have. I should have come to Australia. I should have come to Australia in 2008. Is it clear? So I came to Australia in 2012 or 2013 or 2014. Now I know it's really hard. But I should have come. मुझे हिंदी में क्या हुआ? मुझे पहले आना चाहिए था. Is it clear? So I should have come earlier. And when you use I should have, you're not talking about surety, you're talking about regret. Is it clear? So you're talking about regret. Is it clear? You see my point in this case? So that's what you say. So for example, you are driving from Melbourne to Sydney. So all of a sudden, you see on the right hand side, you have this Shell petrol pump, but and on your gauge, like petrol fuel gauge, it's the last point, yeah, on your fuel gauge. So you feel like, okay, no worry, nikal jayega. We can still manage. But after 10 kilometers, your car says, I can't manage anymore, and then you are stopping in an emergency line. What do you think? Oh, I'm in the middle of nowhere now. Ab main kya karun? I should have stopped at the petrol pump. Now, is this same as must have? Should have? Is this same as must have? Aren't they two different things? That's what my grammar rule here was today, that must have and should have are not replaceable at all. Is it clear? Can you write both the examples, please? Everyone, please write it on your notebook. Must have and should have.
First time we should have, they are not
Interchangeable. No,
interchangeable.
they're not interchangeable at all.
First time
Should are interchangeable. How about this? If I have a sentence like this, for example, same example, I wake up in the morning, I see this time the garden is foggy. It has got mist all over the place. Yeah, it's foggy. Now I am not 100% certain. Yeah, it could be that it must have rained, or could be as if that there might be fog as well. So in this case, I'm not 100% confident. I will not use must. I will not use should. I'll use a modal. And what is that modal? Might. Might is used when we use this example. Let's write this example. For example, if we see mist or if we see fog when I wake up in the morning, so I'm not 100% certain that there was rain last night. So how would I write this? The garden is wet. So for example, if it's not 100% wet, yeah, it might have rained. Yeah, it might have rained will be used. Let's make it more not to confuse you guys with this example. So when we say it might have rained, so we're talking about maybe mist or fog or something you're 100% not sure, or maybe somebody has used a sprinkler on the garden. Yeah, the water sprinkler, could be anything. Yeah, so you're not 100% sure. So kaise bologe? It might have rained. So when you are not sure, doubtful, kaise bolenge? Doubtful. So these three things, I want you to understand the difference between must have, might have, and should have. Is it clear? Will you ever make a mistake in reading blanks with these three? Yeah, all good.
number 5. Yes.
So in number 5, yeah, come back to number 5. So now when I say I dash reduced my speed near, did I actually reduce my speed? I didn't, because I know I got the fine. I did not actually reduce the speed. Yeah, so something that I should have done, mujhe karna chahiye tha. Is it clear? But I didn't do it. So this is a past regret. Regret is something that you can't go back in the past and correct that mistake. That's what is called regret. Yeah, so this, in this case scenario, you will use should have. Is it clear? So kaise hoga? I should have. So the answer, let's remove this one. I should have reduced my speed near the traffic signal. How about this case scenario? Oops. I dash, two options, should have, must have. I dash crossed my speed limit. Tell me, you got the love letter now from, oh sorry, I shouldn't say love letter over and over again. You got the Vic Roads fine from Fines Victoria. Now you tell me, I dash cross my speed limit. I should have crossed my speed limit, or I must have crossed my speed limit. You're 100% sure now, you're 100% certain now that you have crossed the speed limit. In this case scenario, you will not use should have, you will use must have. And what would be the answer here? Must have. The answer is, let's put it here, the answer is must have. मैंने speed limit cross किया होगा. Sorry to use a little Hindi here. हिंदी में क्या हुआ? This is must have. मैंने speed limit cross किया होगा. Should have क्या हुआ? मुझे speed limit cross करना नहीं चाहिए था, चाहिए नहीं चाहिए था, and किया होगा. These are two different case scenarios. So must have is for surety and should have is for when you're talking about past regret. Is it clear? Okay, so let's come to next rule, number 6. Okay, yeah. Can you read the sentence? Forgot your name, sorry. Raj, can you read the sentence, please? Make kaha hai, Raj? My teacher made me to my teacher made me to take PT test. Raj, yeah? Oh, Raj. Wow. What's your full name? Is it Raj? Raj Kumar. How about you? Dheeraj. Oh, you're using the suffix, yeah? The last part. Dheeraj. Dheeraj means courage, yeah? You're not sure? Dheeraj means courage, isn't it? Nah? Okay. Patience? Oh, Dheeraj means patience. Okay. So I will be very patient and you tell me, Dheeraj, what is the mistake in this sentence? Think aram se, don't worry. The worst that will happen is you'll get it wrong. Tell me. Oh, I love this grammar rule, trust me. Okay. Now, tell me, Simran, tell me, what do you think about this sentence? Not sure? Jaideep, tell me, what do you think about this sentence? Oh, what do you think about? Pick a mistake. What do you think about is too vague? Pick a mistake. ऐसे बोलो. हाँ? Made? Made की जगह क्या होना चाहिए? Chatur, you tell me. Maninder? Make? अरे make हो, made हो, doesn't matter. This is like तुम क्या कर रहे हो? तुम form change कर रहे हो. I work. Find a mistake. Sir, it should be I worked. दोनों सही है. I work or I worked. दोनों सही है. Tense change ना करो. That's still okay. What sort of structure can you see here? Let me highlight it. What sort of structure do you see here? What sort of structure do you see here? Let's write the structure. Made or make somebody कैसे लिखते हैं? SB. Made somebody to do something. And this do something is your verb. Yeah? So made somebody, also make somebody to do something. So for example, if I say, I will make you to work hard. Yeah? Even if you don't want to. For example, if I say, I'll make you to clean windows. Yeah? I'll make you, structure is make somebody to do something. And this structure is 100% wrong. And let me write it in the end. Is it clear? Make somebody to do something is 100% wrong. And what is the, who can correct it? There shouldn't be two at all. Do you know something? Do you know the difference between active and passive? Yeah? You know the difference between active and passive? This sentence, if I say something like this, yeah? I say, for example, I made Raj, कैसे बोलूंगा? I made him work hard. कैसे बोलूंगा? I made Raj to work hard will be 100% wrong. So the right structure would be I made Raj work hard. Is it clear? So structure क्या है? Let's put it in the bracket. Make somebody do something. Is it clear? Make somebody do something. So this sentence, I made Raj work hard. And what is do something? Do something क्या है यहाँ पे? Work. So this is my verb. So कैसे होगा? I made Raj work hard. My teacher made me to take this grammar session, or my teacher made me take this grammar session? My teacher made me Take the, although it sounds so odd, doesn't it? Made me to nahi hai. But that's how it is. Make somebody do something. Yeah. So for example, if somebody says something, it's a simple example. I will make you cry, or I will make you to cry. अब ये कैसे तुमसे जट से ये जो गंदे सेंटेंसेस हैं तुम्हें जट से याद रहते हैं. So I will make you cry, or I will make you to cry. I will make you cry. PT makes me cry. Is it clear? So something like this. So make somebody do something. You tell me. Now, before I come to this grammar rule, you tell me, is this sentence active or passive? Tell me. Is this sentence active or passive? When I say, I will make you cry, is this sentence, cry nahi bolna chahiye, online hai, happy. I will make you happy. Is this sentence active or passive? Active, because I will make. Make is an action. Who is doing it? The subject. I, first person singular, yeah? So there is a direct relationship. I will clean, active or passive? Active. I will work, active or passive? Active. I will follow, active or passive? Active. He will follow, active or passive? Active. So I will make, he will make, they will make. It is an active sentence. Even if it is past. I made, active or passive? Active. I made a cupcake, active or passive? Active. I made, even if it is past. So yahan pe kya hai? My teacher made, active or passive? Active. So let's write it. All the sentences which are active sentences, yeah, active voice rather. Active sentences na bol ke, let's write it. Active voice will always require this structure. Make somebody do something. Make somebody do something. Is it clear? So let's put it in. Make somebody do something. I made him swim, or I made him to swim? I made him swim effectively. Is it clear? But if the sentences are passive, yeah, so let's write it here. If the sentences are if the sentence is in passive voice, yeah, so passive voice may, the structure will change. The structure will be your auxiliary, yeah, yeah, and then it will have, the structure will be make to do something. You see the difference here? Do you see the difference? Let me write it in block letters. To do something. Let's make examples on. Let's put it on a separate side. Let's put it here, and let's make a separate example on both of them. Now tell me. How about this? I made him work. Right or wrong? Tell me. Right or wrong? Bola? I made him work. 100% right. How about if I change it to passive? I was, auxiliary is was, is, am, are, was, were. I was made work. Right or wrong? This sentence would be 100% wrong. The sentence, how would we correct it? Let's write it here. This sentence is, let's write here, correct. And this sentence will be wrong, incorrect. Yeah, so right and wrong. So how can we correct it? Bolo? I was made to, oh, sorry, what happened? I was made to work. Is it clear? So I was made to work. When we talk about passive voice, is it clear? Did you understand this thing? So quick question for Jaideep. Jaideep, tum batao mujhe. He made me turn into a beast. He made me turn into a beast. Right or wrong? He made me turn into the beast. Do we have any auxiliary here between subject and made? He made. There is no he was made, he is made, I am made. No auxiliary in between. Active or passive? Active. I made, he made, my teacher made. Active. So you tell me, when it is active, he made me to turn, or he made me turn? He made me turn, because it is active voice. He made me turn into a beast. Now बोल के I was made to turn into a beast. Is it clear? You see my point? Did you understand this one? So two structures for make somebody do something for active voice. When it is passive, make somebody to do something. Is it clear, guys? Chatur, give me an example on active. I made him to look like a fool, or I made him look like a fool? I made him look like a fool. What about this? I was made to look like a fool, or I was made look like a fool? I was made to look like a fool. Is it clear? So active and passive. I hope that this rule will be registered in your brain for a long period of time, hopefully. But did you understand this one? Yeah, both of them. Thank you very much, guys. We finished with this grammar session. Online people who just joined us, thank you so much for being with us. Thank you. And other branches, can we please disconnect and start with our PT class? Thank you so much. This grammar session.